There is a belief out there that is very common. I know I have agreed with this belief in the past, and that is that if you are worried, you have a worry or a concern, say that you have like a financial concern or a health concern or a relationship concern, you have some kind of worry, okay? That if you think about it a lot and you worry about it, that you will, if you mull over it, that you will be more inclined to get answers, to get solutions, to get ideas in order to solve the problem. I used to think that way. I used to think, well, if I keep it in my mind all the time, then I'll be more apt to come across whatever the solution is, right? Well, a wise person once told me, and I have this on my wall, your happiness is a demonstration of your faith. Your happiness is a demonstration of your faith. So when you have this concern in your right in front of you and you choose to be happy, then that is the ultimate demonstration of your faith, because you've got this thing staring you in the face, this big hairy ugly monster in front of you. It's a legit concern. You might not have enough funds to last through the end of the month. or you might have too many business expenses to cover and not enough clients at the moment. You might have some kind of relationship issue that is turning your life upside down. You might have a health concern that makes it hard to function during the day, or one that is life-threatening. You might have, these are legitimate, right? They're legit concerns and worries. And yet, how does that play in? That your happiness is a demonstration of your faith. Oof. How do you be happy in the midst of that? And what does that mean to be happy, that your happiness is a demonstration of your faith? What are they referring to? I believe what they're referring to is your happiness is a demonstration of your faith because it requires you to let go of whatever the concern is so that you can be really happy. You can actually be happy. Not just pretend to be happy, but you actually can feel happy. And that is, it's like you actually have to, like, when you decide to be happy, you naturally let go of the worries. You start looking at what is right. Okay, what do I have to be happy about? Well, this is going right. This is going right. I have this to be grateful for. I have this to be grateful for. One of the things I'm grateful for is carpet because when I did some work in Africa, they don't have carpet. They have tile and dirt. They don't have a lot of carpet. I only saw carpet once in a very fancy hotel that I stayed in. Just what, you just don't see that. And so I love carpet. Or trees. I love trees. That's something I'm super, super grateful for, or trees. I love them. I love to look out the window and see the trees. So whatever it is, the simpler, the better. Those things that we're grateful for, they bring about a sense of well-being, contentedness, and happiness. Well, what's the problem then? Like there's like this inner conflict that happens where we have these legit concerns, and yet, well, gosh, if I dare to be happy, oh, does that mean I'm taking my hand off the wheel? Does that mean I'm not being responsible, that I'm not doing anything about it? Well, actually, when you are relaxed, when you allow yourself to be happy, your body goes into a contented and a more relaxed state. Your nervous system calms down, it relaxes. And everything tends to work better when we are relaxed. It feels a little counterintuitive because in this mortal world that we live in, we're just trying to figure things out here, right? Our bodies naturally will tense up when we have a worry or a concern. We will go into fight mode, right? It's all on us. We need to figure it out. And our body will sometimes I'll feel my body clench up or tighten up, or just get ready for the battle, and try to get my bearings. And the opposite actually helps us better to get the answers, the solutions, and actually flow more naturally through our life. So when our body and our nervous system, for instance, are relaxed, our all of the functions of our organs work better. Our organs, our nervous system hooks into all of our major organs. So our organs are working better. We're actually breathing more deeply. Our heart isn't racing as much. Our mind works better. Our thoughts are more clear. Our bodies heal faster. And we're more open to inspiration coming in, because we have less of that, what I call gobbledygook or garbage happening in our mind. We have less of that emotional clutter. It's another term that I love to use, is emotional clutter, because that's how it feels. It feels cluttered up. And we have less of that for inspiration to kind of go through. It's like, I'm a Star Wars fan, and and so I sometimes think of inspiration coming down, and it has to avoid all the asteroids in our brain, all the garbage that we have, all the clutter that we have in our brain that we haven't decluttered or sorted out. That it's like these, the Republic, they're trying to, get to our brain and our heart to inspire us, and it's got to go through all these all this like a debris field to get into us. And it's a lot harder for us to receive inspiration when we're all cluttered up, when we're holding on so tightly to these worries that's all we see. And so we can have a lot more inspiration come. And for me, that is that's the gold nugget. That's the golden ticket. That's the way through any and all issues, is that inspiration, because God knows the bigger picture. He can see, I'm down here on this planet and he's out there, and he can see the debris field, and he can see all the stuff. And he knows what we're dealing with, and he knows how to help us navigate through the issues that are right in front of us that we can't necessarily see around. He sees around all of it. So it also helps when we choose to be happy and let go of this emotional clutter. It also naturally helps our relationships, because we feel more content. We feel easy. It's easier for us to exist. It's easier for us to function, even with this crisis right in front of us. And so I think that's what God means when he says, let go and let God. I have it right over here in my office. Let go and let God. And I felt inspired to put that up there. It's one of those little sticky things that you can put on your wall, and you can move it around if you want to. Anyway, I put it up there, and I thought, why am I putting this here? I'm not really sure exactly what that means. I think I do, but I'm not sure. And as I was making notes for this video and podcast, the thought came to my mind that we are letting go of the worry. We're letting go of the concern. We're giving him the thing that is the hardest thing to give for us, is to give our will and our worry and our concern, give it to him, because we do have that false sense of security, feeling, well, I can do something about this. Like the worry is part of what I can do. Even if the worry prohibits us from doing any actions, or prohibits us from receiving any real great guidance to know how to navigate, there is this part of us that really desires to hold on. So that letting go of the worry and giving it to him, that is letting go and letting God. Like, we keep working, we keep doing. It's not like let go and let God. Okay, just let go of everything, go sit on the couch and wait for him to fix it. It's like, in instead of that, it's we let go of the worry, we give that to him, and then we say, okay, I'm done worrying about this. What would you have me do instead? And so he usually says, look at what you're grateful for, get into that frame of mind, and then ask what is there for me to know? I love asking that question. What is there for me to know about this situation, about myself, about my life? What is there for me to know right now? And whatever he says, whatever comes to mind, I trust that that's him. I trust that that's him coming through my intuition, just telling me what the actions are. And he says that his yoke is easy and his burden is light. And I believe why that is so, why the burden is easy and the yoke is light, is because we're giving away this worry or concern that's so heavy and so big. And if you think of a yoke is what they put on oxen. And so that what is impossible for one oxen to pull or carry this, behind him, like like a whatever he's pulling, it might be impossible. But when he puts a yoke, one of those wooden yokes, over this other ox and have another oxen pulling at the same time, then they're able to do what was impossible for the one. And so that's the imagery there. And so his yoke is easy and his burden is light, because what we're doing is we're trading out the worry for his instructions. We're trading out our worry for his instructions. So what would he rather us do? How would he rather us invest our energy? And that's what I love to teach people how to do, because it like cuts through so much crap in this world. There's so much crap in this world and so much stuff that is unnecessary. And just knowing what direction to go, what action step is actually most beneficial for you right now. That might be different than what everybody else is doing. What is it for you? He knows what that is. Even if it doesn't make sense to you. Sometimes our intuition does not make sense until hindsight, but he will give you the straightest shot there. He will give you the, you don't waste as much time going all over the place. He gives you your next step that is best for you as an individual, and possibly for your family as well. So, it's interesting that more often than not, when I come to him with one of these crises or a concern, what he'll do is he'll very gently say, do you remember what I told you to do before? And I'm, oh yeah. I'll remember where I wrote it in my notebook. I remember getting that. I don't remember what it is, but I remember he told me something right there and I wrote it down. Okay. Yeah. Go do that thing and get consumed with those actions, so that you can get out of the being consumed about your worry, get consumed into the action. And they say action dispels fear, right? I think that's one of the reasons why, like, the action helps us feel fulfilled. It helps us feel like we're moving forward and we're doing something, because we are. And when that action is inspired, we can also have faith in that's going to bring about a great result. Whatever that result is, it's going to be good. It's not just throwing spaghetti at the wall. It's actually one that is going to bring a great effect for us. And so the message for today is that your happiness is a demonstration of your faith, and that you can choose to be happy, and that happiness, you can trade out your worry for divine instruction, that you can choose to be happy and allow yourself to relax, allow yourself to go against all the odds and live that life that you desire to live right now, that happiness that you desire to live, notwithstanding the crisis that's over here, and move it from right here over here, you know, from right in front of you to over to the side. And that you can listen to his action steps and do those. End of story. And that's my message for you today. I hope it makes sense. And I hope that it helps you as much as it's helped me. I know that me being happy in the face of the storm, instead of getting freaked out by it, it's like I will get freaked out. And then I choose. Okay, do I decide to stay here and stay freaked out, or do I choose to be happy? And when I choose to be happy, it's amazing how much help I get in doing that. We have a lot of heavenly help at our disposal. So I hope that helps. Take care. We'll see you next time.